Hello everybody, how are you folks? We're back again with another consumer video alerting you to 5 of the worst transmission shops in Casper. Now of course, when you're out and about, when you count on your vehicle to shuttle your family around, or perhaps it's a commercial vehicle, you want your transmission to be in tip-top shape, guys. So I'm going to say avoid these 5 transmission shops in Casper. The very first one on our list is Sprinkle Transmission. They're going to be just north of downtown, guys, right by the arts and crafts store there. And the problem with Sprinkle is that they are run by a former priest. And what he'll do is sprinkle holy water onto your transmission, and he says that this is bringing the best mechanic in the world to help, and that is the Lord himself. Now, that's not such a bad thing. I mean, we all want some divine intervention, some help from above when we can get it. But the problem I had is when I left, I still had the same clunking sound, and the words that I used at that point were anything but holy. So guys, I appreciate the Monsignor's efforts, but I'm going to need a real transmission mechanic next time, I think. So I'm going to have to say no to Sprinkle Transmission Shop. Number 2 on our list of the 5 worst transmission shops in Casper, Wyoming is Son-in-Law. Son-in-Law Transmission, they're going to be out on the far south side, guys, over there by the horse stables. And Son-in-Law is run by a father, his daughter, and his son-in-law. The difficulty I had when I came in was I described the transmission sound, and he said, well, be more specific. So I said, well, it's kind of going kunk, 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 kunk. And I think I was talking to the son-in-law because he was sort of a younger chap. Now I'm old, so everybody's young, but it looked like, he didn't look like the father of the outfit. He looked like the son-in-law. And he said, well, do you have any acting training? I said, no, I don't. He said, I'm in the local community theater, and if I could give you some advice on your delivery of the clunking sound. He said, if you could project a little more, you're looking down at the ground, if you could lift your chin, throw your shoulders back, and give it some more, as it suggested, you might do it like clunk, 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 clunk. I said, wow, that's pretty good. He said, go ahead, give it a try. So I go, clunk, 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 clunk. And I was projecting more. I was using my diaphragm, and he goes, there you go. So the problem with that, I mean, I learned how to use my voice better, but the problem was when I got the car back, the bill was double the estimate. And I said to the father, I said, hey, the son-in-law didn't tell me you were going to double the estimate. He said, did he give you a free vocal lesson? I said, yes. He goes, there you go. I go, what do you mean, there you go? He goes, you just covered both fees. I said, yeah, but I didn't agree to. He goes, are you projecting better? Are you speaking better? Yeah. I go, yeah, he helped me out, but he didn't say there's going to be a charge. And the father said, well, I'm telling you. He goes, I'm the heavy in this outfit. I'm telling you there's a charge. So you can take me to court, but I've got all the receipts, bro. And I was like, wow. So for that reason, guys, I'm going to have to advise against Son-in-Law Transmission Shop right there in Casper. Next, we have bidding. The bidding, you have to actually place a bid as if it's on eBay. So in other words, they have their own app, and they put your transmission job in there, and you have to make a bid on it. You have to bid on how much you think it should be. And so I said, okay, well, I figured this job should be about, I don't know, $700. I did some looking around on the internet, and I figured that was low, and I got a call from the guy. He said, are you serious about this bid? I go, yeah. I looked around on the internet. It should be, what, 700? He goes, yeah, 1,700. And I go, well, why even bid? Why am I bidding? What is this? And he goes, dude, this is the modern way. Are you not up to speed? I said, well, I'm older, but I'm fairly tech savvy. Why am I bidding on my own? I mean, it doesn't make any sense that I'm actually bidding on my own transmission work. He goes, listen, you got to up your bid. I'm telling you, if you don't put it up to 1,700, I'm not going to work on your car. So I said, why don't you just tell me what it was in the first place? And I say yes or no. He goes, no, that's not how we do it in the modern world, bro. This is an eBay, living social world. You got to place a bid. I said, calm down. Calm down, Jesus. Okay. All right. No problem. Calm down. So for that reason, it was too confusing for me. I still didn't know exactly what was going on there, guys. So I'm going to have to say no to those guys. Now, the number 4 worst transmission shop in Casper, Wyoming is Spooky. Now, Spooky is on the near west side. They're going to be right next to the pancake house there, the pancake place everybody loves. And Spooky is only open 1 week a year, the week of Halloween. And so to get to the counter to talk to somebody about your transmission problem, you have to go through an entire haunted house. So the problem that I had, guys, is by the time I got to the counter, I was covered with olives that they had placed in a bowl. And I reached my hand. He said, reach your hand in. These are eyeballs. And I was like, oh! And I panicked. And I pulled my hand back out of the olives that were in some kind of spaghetti sauce or something. So now I had spaghetti sauce and olives all over my suit because they said it were eyeballs, and I got scared and I panicked. And I ruined a perfectly good suit, guys. I'm going to have to say no to Spooky transmission shop, guys. It just didn't work for me. Maybe it'll work for you. Now, guys, the next one on the list that it didn't work out very good for me, the 5th and final one on our chart today, is going to be Radiate. Now, Radiate is a kind of a place that in an otherwise normal situation, I kind of welcome because they radiate confidence. Because when I went in, I said, hey, man, my transmission's making this funny sound. It's kind of a clunky sound. He said, without any more words out of my mouth, he's like, no problem. We can handle any transmission problem, any, that has ever existed on the face of the earth, ever. Up to this point in time, sir. Up to this point in time of our existence, we have never, ever run into a transmission problem that we couldn't handle. We've been here 40 years out here on the edge of Casper, out by the cat food store. And we have never changed our location, and we've never had a transmission problem that we couldn't handle. I'm sure we could handle yours. I go, well, that's pretty good. What kind of, how much do you think it'll be for what I've described? Just a range so I can kind of see if I can afford it. He said, don't worry about affording it, sir. Don't worry. There's never been a customer that was not able to afford our services, and I'm sure we're going to make it equitable for you. Not the cheapest, but not the most expensive, because we are part of the community. We are woven. We're a thread that's woven through the fabric of Casper. Okay? So you don't need to worry. You just need to take that worries out of your mind, crumple them into a ball, and toss them over your shoulder into the waste can. Okay? And I said, well, I admire confidence. And he said, I radiate confidence. That's what we do. I found that my customers are worried. They're not confident that things are going to go well. They've been ripped off before. So I instill confidence. I take the confidence out of my chest and I plug it in like an electric socket into their chest. Started making these like electrical sounds. I thought, honestly, sparks were coming off the guy's head. I thought sparks were coming off his head. And I thought he was going to have a heart attack, to be honest with you. So for me, it was a little too dramatic. They do good work, and a lot of people like them, but it just didn't work for me, guys. I just need somebody a little calmer behind the desk there. So there you go. Those are the 5 worst transmission shops in beautiful Casper, Wyoming. If you know some bad ones, leave a comment. If you know some good ones, that's even better, guys, because when you give good information that helps improve the lives of your fellow Casperonians, then you lift the entire community as we rise arm in arm, locked arm in arm together. Talk to you soon.